Right, good evening everyone. Saturday night. Both track control arms are now the same size. So, in there they go. Now, I'm quite happy with that. Now, the other night, I posted about me doing a butterfly that I made by hand. It was something, if I'm honest with you, it was just something very, very simple. Very, very simple. It was very basic, but it seemed to be liked. So I thought for the escort world, I would show you something. I've just made this piece of wire from square rod. And the reason why I haven't bought wire and worked on that straight away is because when you work it from a square rod and you pull it down, you mill it down, you pull it down, and you get it to your required size, it has this property about it. It's hard, so it becomes a lot more of a harder metal. So, hopefully, I'm going to be able to show you now how I make a roll bar, anti-roll bar. Just thought you might like to see this, how I do it, on camera. The hardest bit is getting it straight. I'm not worried about getting it totally 100% arrow straight, and that doesn't really concern me too much, because by the time I finish doing with it what I want to do with it, it won't matter too much. Right, so as you see, I've just laid that into the brackets. Now it's a bit of what I term as a bit of guesswork. Now, when you look at your anti-roll bar, it comes out on a curve. It's not a dead right angle. This is the awkward bit, because I can bend that one quite well, because I can slide it up a bit and bend it. But when I put it back to its right angle, that one I can only bend while it's at the bracket, because that one is going to be stopping it from coming out that way. So this is where it becomes the good old Savannah Hunter. So let's just lay this in. This honestly is all just guesswork, and maybe an educated eye to a degree. So you can see the roll bar, your anti-roll bar comes out and it's got a little bit of a curve, isn't it? It's always got that little curve on it. So, but I know my anti-roll bar's got to come out to about there. Right, I'm going to see if I can show you this on camera, because this is so awkward to show you what I'm doing when you're at a funny old 45-degree angle. So God, this is proper mutton bullets video in this, isn't it, eh? So you can see that's there, roughly. But I've got to get my anti-roll bar to come out, and from there have that curve. It's got to have that little curve, come down there, and then go into the track controller. The difficulties that I have got at the moment is engine placement. Is it going to be there? Is it going to be there? Is it going to be there? So I can only go by a proper rough guesstimate. So I've just got to go with what I would deem to be. Oh, it's all mutton and bullets, this, isn't it, eh? Right. So if that's there. I think it's going to be more like there. So that measurement there from, that should be enough, I'm hoping. Yeah. Now you can see where the tip of my dividers is. By the time it's gone through the anti-roll bar, that'll give me more than enough thread. So this is how I'll do it. That's all right. Right, so that's my guesstimate. Right, this is going to be really, really, really bloody awkward to do. I'm gonna have a go at bending it whilst in. You pay your money, you take your chance, let's have a go. So already that's fighting me. I'll show you. When I go to bend that wire, it's really fighting on the bracket. You watch this. See, it's fighting in there. That bit there. As I'm going to bend that. See, it's really. See, it's pulling the whole thing. Look. Right, so got to go to plan B now. First part. Now the difficult bit is keeping this at that same angle, because if I bend this part of the wire while that's not in line, that one could be up or it could be down, if that makes sense. So this is where it can become bloody awkward. That's nearly poking me in the bloody eye, so here we go. Right, here we go. those now. Now you can see how I've got that pissed. It's coming now. This is all part and parcel of like anything that us guys do at the bench. And then you've got to look at your angles. Now, cameras can always portray things to be a little bit pissed. Oh, sorry, out. But you can see that one, I'm now looking at that corner there to there. And that corner there to there. That one's got enough room to park your bike in it. No. So that's... It's got to come up a bit more. That's it. So that's fairly even now. Got a little bit of room here for manoeuvrability, but that's... See, if I hold that there now, tiny bit out. That's pretty much it. Because if you now look, that distance there to the other wing, and that to there. It's not a massive concern at the moment because that line, black line to the end, might be slightly different to what that one is. It's not 100%. But now the next bit. I've got to prop this car up, so hang on a minute. Right, can you see where I'm going now? If you look at both TCAs and where the roll bar is laying. So if you look at what I'm seeing now, if you look at the end of where the wires are that are laying on top of the track control, that is just hitting that outer edge, that one's just hitting that outer edge. So I am sort of equilateral-ish. You with me? So my next job now is to, this is where it's going to get bloody difficult now. Look at that. Now you can see where I'm going. Let's pull this back a little bit. So I'm lined up. Now the hard bit is getting the other side. Right, you can see I have got it almost. Now, these ain't going to go through. And I'm not going to do this tonight, no way on camera, no way. But if I line up that, and I line up that, I'm nearly on. Just got to do a little bit of adjusting to bring it back. But with what I've got to do here, is I've got to now thread my bar right the way back until it's levelled out. You with me? Because if that track control arm is going to be through there, it's got to be threaded down to there as a stopping point. That diameter will not go in. So by the time I've threaded down, I've got a stopping zone. Does that make sense? That's where I am tonight, boys and girls. Now, tonight, most of you know that Kay's gone to Turkey with my son, and they've left me all at home to go skinny and everything else. So I've got to go home and cook for myself, me and Dave. Dave is my dog. But anyway, you can see where I am with that. I'm not far out. I've just got to do a little bit more of a fine adjustment, but I will take it out. I won't do it on camera because it's a bit of a pain. You can see I'm actually out by probably a good 2mm. So that means I've got to straighten this side out again and then put it over that way. I've got to straighten that side out and pull that over this way. It's not the end of the world, but that's called manufacturing. It's just how it is. And then it'll be time to then put that on there, and then you can see we're starting to get a front end come together, which just gives me the buzz. Then after that it will be the tube for the steering rack, and that's when it does start to get complicated beyond words. But for the minute, I'm going to bid you a good evening, and I'll do more next week. Good weekend as well.